Welcome to another video of SQL database, where in today's video we are going to look how we can import and export our database from the SQL database servers and SQL database itself. So first of all, you have to go to your subscription where you have hosted your database, SQL and database, main databases of the SQL both. So first of all, you have to go to the subscription. So here we are going, then you have to go to the resource group, then your SQL database. So here you have to select the SQL database directly. You don't have to select the SQL server, so you have to select the SQL database here. So we have to simply click on the export, but one thing that here is needed. We have to we have to create a storage account for it where our data will be stored. So let us create a storage account first. So you have to go to the marketplace, then you have to search for the storage account here. This one is which we are looking for. So yeah, click on the create button. Then you have to select your subscription, and then you have to select the backup resource group. Here I am creating a new resource group here, so that will be the storage account dash data dash SQL database. Then click on OK. Then we have to select the service here, so we have to select the standard one, Azure Blob Storage as a data log storage generation 2. So you can basically select the primary service of what you are looking for. It doesn't depend on what like the same to select every time same, so you have to select as per your need. So yeah, for now I'm selecting like the Azure Blob Storage here. So let us go through. Then we have to go to the next button. Here the advanced feature, now we have enabling it as default as. Then we have to go to the next, and now we have, you can see, enable public access from all the network. We can access this from any network from the public. Then you have to we can also leave it as default. Then you have to select encryption here. Then you have to select the encryption here. The encryption will be the default one we will be using. Here you can add the tags here, so we'll be adding a tag here like SQL. Basically we have to make a storage account. It doesn't mandatory to add this. I'm just adding for my knowledge, rememberness. Value will be the SQL database. SQL TP will be the best choice here. Then we have to review it once. So basic in we are the storage account name basically is not right available, so it would be like SQL database. No, you have to see storage account here and dash database SQL database. Basically it doesn't allow the backspace. The field can contain only lowercase. Okay, so storage account SQL DB. I don't know why it's not DB 1 2 3 4. Yeah, no, here we go. So here is Microsoft validation is in progress. So here we can simply click on the create button. So we have to wait for a while. So yeah, here we go. We have been completed, like our storage account is been created. Now we have to go to our database once again. So here are we. So this one is the default file name will be like created, so I have been not changing it. Then you have to select the subscription here, then you have to select the storage account. So the one I just created is this one. So like select this, select, we have to simply select this, and then you have to select the set the server admin login. So I'm setting execute user, and then we have set the password here. So you simply have to one thing we can do more is like we can create a new container here. We are not using the logs anymore. Here SQL DB dash dash will be not allowed, so it will be, I will be like using container create. This container is creating here, so here we can select it, SQL DB container. Then the whole thing will be, I think we have set this, this and this, and no other thing. Okay, the database is going to be created soon. So have to wait. So here our request has been submitted to export database. So if we want to see our our like database progress, how much is it has been done and how much is remaining, so we can simply like basically we have to one thing, if there is an error here, you can't create export here, you can simply go to your server, and the one thing you have to change is you can go to the net security and then network. If this section check is not allowed to your Azure services, it will not like allowing to your database to export the data from one location to a file. So remember to check this in the networking tab, security networking tab in this expectation, to allow the resources to access the server. So basically to have a so basically Now what you have to do, like if you want to check progress of your SQL database import export, you just want to go to your SQL server, not database. You have to go to your SQL server. So then you have to go to, there will be the option here, that in the data management, import and export history. So here you can see it has been created on today's date, and the state has been completed now. So yeah guys, our data like completion is completed. If you want to recheck it, you can simply go to the storage account, and basically you have to go to your storage account and go to your containers, and this the last one as well container is just we have been created for our importing the SQL queries. So click on this, and here you can see the data we have just imported from our 1 DB. And now the question is how we can export it to the another DB server. So the to do that we have to go to the GB server in which we have to export the data. So here I am going to basically to export the data I will be using the SQL database of Elastic Pool server. So here we can simply go to the server, and here you can see our import database option. Click on this, and um this is loading. We have to select the storage account here and select the exact same here as container and database. Select this, and uh, then we have to select the pricing type. I'll be using the most cheaper one, uh, this, and click on the apply button. Now you have to enter the password here. You have just been set up when you are creating that. Then you have to click here. You can see in the right top bottom that it is creating a database import in the progress and submitting deployment here. So we have to wait for a little bit time. So you have to create wait some time here. So as you can see, it is deploying a new database automatically, and the thing is we have to wait a little bit here. So basically you have to go to your import history. uh, First we have to wait until the importation is completed. So once our importation is completed, we can then see the things. And here we can go to the SQL database. You have to wait some time. Here you can see the progress. So the database is starting importing from one location to another. The status is running, project equal to progress is equal to 1%. It can take up to like 30-40 minutes depending on your data. So once this progress is completed, we can recheck it through the uh, sections, and I will going to run the queries and rematch the data also. So just let's wait until this has been completed. So yeah, back. So here you can see the like our import has been completed. My previous import was failed due to my network, like the sometimes get failed with no reasons. So basically the reason was the username or password with the SQL is incorrect. So I have like again import the same, like the same method we did before. So here we are, now we have the complete import to the existing database. So to check our data is what is imported. So you have to come to your database where the data is imported. Then you have to come to the query editor preview. Here you have to log in with the password, server password credentials. So login field for user, I don't know why this is fading. Yeah, here we go. So here our data is loaded, where like all our queries are basically depending on. So this is what we have imported so far and what we want to import, and like this is the main um, data. So here by following this you can easily import any data. um, Here's like the data into the product category package and whatever you have to uh, like in the tables. So by doing this you can simply import and export data from any of the prod and dev environment of the SQL database. It's like the simplest and fine way of doing that, and hopefully you like this video, and comment down if you have any queries about that. And that's all from today's video. We'll meet in the next one. Till then, bye bye, take care.